Think of life like a vast ocean, full of opportunities waiting to be explored. Now, you're faced with a crucial decision. Will you step out of your comfort zone, embracing the adventures that await? Or will you stay where you are, merely watching as others pursue their dreams? The Bible teaches that everyone encounters challenges, but many choose to stick to what's familiar and end up facing even more difficulties. So, do you want to be someone who boldly pursues their goals, or someone who resigns themselves to a passive existence? Exercise caution though, because being too comfortable might lead to self-doubt. The Bible consistently emphasizes that opportunities are available to everyone without discrimination. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Will you seize the day with determination, or will you be content to watch as life's opportunities slip away? God doesn't show favoritism, you know. He doesn't pick and choose like, hey, I like you, but not you. It's not about your looks or anything like that. That's not how things work, at least not according to the Bible. When things go wrong, it's not because God decided, I don't like your face, so you're out. No, it's usually because of the choices we make. We mess up, we make mistakes, and then we want to blame someone else for it. Take Cain and Abel, for instance. They had the same chances, the same opportunities, but their outcomes were different. It wasn't because God was playing favorites. It was their own actions that led them down different paths. Instead of pointing fingers when things go wrong, maybe we should pause and reflect on the choices we've made. After all, the Bible tells us that opportunities are equal for everyone. It's what we do with them that matters. In a passage from the Bible, there were two women known as prostitutes who were pregnant at the same time. They found themselves in a tough spot and decided to go to Solomon, the wise king, because they both had babies now. The big question was, how many babies did each woman have? Sadly, one of the women killed her baby, while the other woman's baby survived. This makes you wonder, why did one of them do something so extreme? It seems like both women had a chance to go to Bethlehem and maybe have amazing lives, but one woman chose to stay where she was, settling for an ordinary life. This makes you wonder, what made her stay?
Let's talk about a moment in the New Testament when Jesus was crucified. There were two thieves with Jesus. What happens next is really important. Jesus, right in the middle, shows kindness to one of the thieves, offering him a chance at salvation. But the other thief is left to face the consequences alone. This story makes you think about who chooses to show mercy and who has to deal with the outcomes of their actions. As we look deeper into these stories, we start thinking about big ideas like choice, consequence, and the complexities of being human. These stories from the Bible encourage us to think about our own lives and the choices we make, reminding us that there's always a struggle between good and bad, but in the end, redemption wins over darkness. Pay close attention to the teachings of the Bible because they have wisdom that applies to everyone. In God's eyes, each person is given the same chance. If anyone stumbles, are they considered unworthy? No, because divine grace is given to all equally. But the real challenge is how we use this knowledge once we leave this special gathering. Here, in this place where we share spiritual insights, let's not get carried away by mere enthusiasm. If I were to tell you, you will succeed, how would you respond? I will overcome. But as the service ends and you head home, do you keep chanting, I will prevail? Even as you have dinner and go to bed, do you still think, I must succeed despite my struggles? And the next day, as morning comes, do you still feel confident saying to yourself, I will come out on top? But as you face the challenges of the day, do doubts start to creep in? Can I really keep going?
The Bible tells us that God rules the heavens, but He's given us humans responsibility for the earth, His special creation. If you decide to pass up on the chances life gives you, you might end up just watching while others enjoy its wonders. Some people live amazing lives because they choose to embrace everything life offers. Imagine this scene. It's nighttime, dark all around, and suddenly Jesus appears, walking on water with amazing grace. People see him and freak out, thinking he's a ghost and they're in danger. But Jesus, the embodiment of peace, tells them, "Don't worry, it's me. There's nothing to be afraid of." His presence totally surprises them. Now picture a boat with 12 people in it, watching this incredible sight. One of them, fueled by faith, says, "Lord, let me walk on the water with you." And Jesus says, "Come." So Peter steps out onto the water, followed by others like Andrew, John, and James. They all get the chance to walk on the waves, but not everyone takes it. So it all comes down to choice. Are you going to leave the safety of the boat and embrace life's ups and downs, or are you going to stay put and just watch everything unfold? It's up to you, my friend. Let me explain to you why it's essential for us to understand this, because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, sharing the same experiences and beliefs. We often hear inspiring messages about principles and values, and that's precisely what I want to delve into. In life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or hesitant about making plans because of uncertainty. You might think, what if I don't achieve them? It's understandable to feel that way, but if we let that fear control us, we end up stuck in a cycle of indecision. That's not the way to go. When we think about how God guides us in living our lives and see His actions, we find a path that can make our journey easier. But let's be honest, it won't be a piece of cake. It's easy to start believing there's some big conspiracy aimed at us, even when things are tough. Feeling like we're constantly battling obstacles can be really tough, making us wonder, why does everything seem to be against me? But take a moment to think about your place in the big picture. Are you really the center of the universe? Remember, you're just a small part of everything. Take a breath, slow down, and realize that life's challenges are something we all face. Everyone has their own struggles. It's time we wake up, understand that through Christ, we have the strength to overcome. Yes, you heard it right. You're not just surviving, you're winning. Accept this truth and let it guide your actions. It's time to live life like a champion.
Yet by evening, let your spirit be revived, and say with confidence, "I will conquer, nothing will stop me." But be careful, because on this journey, some may lose their way. It's thanks to God's kindness that we have this incredible opportunity to lead meaningful lives. In ancient times, our ancestors found safety in caves, dealing with a world full of darkness and danger. When night fell, they were scared because wild animals lurked around, hidden by shadows. They depended on daylight until they discovered fire. It brought light into the darkness, giving them a sense of security. Imagine a small flame in a cave, lighting up the space. Even though they could only see a little, it marked the beginning of a better time, a sign of hope in the darkness. So they made torches, inspired by the heavenly fire, to guide them. These torches became a symbol of direction, showing them the way through tough times. With each step lit by their glow, they journeyed through life, feeling empowered by the eternal flame that led them through the darkest hours. It was truly a sign of divine kindness towards humanity. Over time, humanity discovered something remarkable: fuel. It was like a gift from above, marking the arrival of the lamp, a guiding light in the darkness that changed everything. No more relying solely on oil. Now, with fuel, they could journey through the night like never before, exploring new horizons. It wasn't just about having light anymore, it was about progress and a sense of purpose. But even in today's world, there are people who prefer to stay in the shadows, content with a small flame, not daring to reach for more. They say they're doing their best, but is it really enough? Shouldn't we aim higher? Thankfully, there are those who embrace the light, pushing boundaries and seizing every opportunity. And then there are the ones who not only have fuel, but also a deep sense of purpose, driving themselves forward with passion and determination.
It's time to make a choice about who you want to become. You're standing in complete darkness. In one hand, you hold just a flickering flame, barely lighting the space around you. In another, a sturdy torch, casting a stronger glow, illuminating a clearer path ahead. Or maybe you're holding a reliable lamp, giving you steady light to guide your way. Each option has its merits, but it's important to understand the underlying principles. Think back to Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, where God lays out the blueprint for human existence. It seems to me that within that framework lie all the secrets to a successful life. So, grab a pen and paper, or use your smartphone to write down these insights. Take them home, reflect on them, and let them sink in. If writing isn't your style, don't worry. Maybe you have a knack for remembering things. But if not, don't let these words slip away like dust in the wind. We'll circle back to them later. But for now, let's set the foundation for your journey forward. In the very beginning, God set everything into motion, making the heavens and the earth. Now, this holds a profound clue for those seeking prosperity, and it's all about a fundamental principle: priority. So let's break it down. God initiates creation, but what comes first? The heavens. This is a crucial insight for anyone aspiring to lead an abundant life. To prosper, one must recognize the significance of satisfying the heavens. Your life needs to be in harmony with the divine order, as that's where it all originates. Remember, not even a single leaf descends without catching God's notice. Align yourself with the heavens, and you'll discover the key to unlocking a flourishing existence. The Bible teaches us something really important, you know. It's like a timeless guide reminding us to focus on God before chasing after earthly things. It tells us to make seeking God's kingdom and doing the right thing our priority. Think of it like pointing our compass toward what's divine, knowing that once we're on track with that, everything else falls into place.
The Bible warns us not to rely solely on one thing, especially if it can be affected by time or bad influences. Instead, it urged believers to focus on building up goodness within themselves and showing it through their actions. That's where true worth and fulfillment come from. Think about it, my friend. What's the point of gaining the whole world if it costs you something as precious as your soul? It's a powerful reminder that our spiritual health matters more than any material gain. So let's hold on to those heavenly qualities tight, because that's where true fulfillment and abundance come from. Let's conclude our reflection with a heartfelt prayer. May our prayers be a humble acknowledgement of our dependence on the divine and a sincere request for continued enlightenment and strength along life's journey. Together, let us offer our thanks for the blessings bestowed upon us and seek the grace to walk in alignment with the heavenly virtues we've contemplated. Dear Creator, as we come together to reflect, we're reminded of the vastness of life, like an endless ocean full of chances. We're standing at a crossroads with choices that could shape our futures. Give us the strength to step out of our comfort zones, to embrace the adventures ahead instead of settling for a passive life. Your teachings passed down through time resonate in our hearts.
When we doubt, let us remember that opportunities come to everyone, no matter who they are. It's not about playing favorites, but about the decisions we make and the paths we choose. Give us the smarts to own up to our mistakes and learn from them. Just like women in ancient times had to make choices, we face decisions that shape our futures. Let's not be scared or lazy, but strong in our faith and determination. In the stories of old, we see reflections of our own struggles and victories. Help us figure out the lessons they teach to understand how choices, consequences, and redemption work. May hope light our way through uncertainty's darkness. Give us the strength to go for more to embrace progress and purpose. As we journey through life, let's stay strong, knowing that divine grace is there for all who seek it. Don't let obstacles stop us, but give us the strength to overcome them. Together, let's support and care for each other along the way. May our lives show the power of faith and perseverance. Dear Creator, give us the sense to grab every opportunity to boldly face uncertainty and to live with purpose and conviction. Amen. Thank you deeply for walking alongside us until this moment. Your steadfast presence and commitment mean the world to us, beyond what words can capture. If these words have touched your heart, please share an Amen in the comments. Join us on this extraordinary journey by following our channel and becoming part of something truly meaningful. Your time, attention, and support have meant everything to us.